Hi, I'm Reverend John Riley, Senior Minister at Unity Palo Alto Spiritual Center, and I'd like to welcome you to our celebration service. We're so glad that you're here today. And what we want you to know is that Unity is an inclusive spiritual community, an inclusive spiritual movement, welcoming people from all walks of life, teaching positive, practical spiritual principles you can apply every day so that you can do life better. We're so glad that you're here today. And if you feel uplifted, inspired by today's service, then we encourage you to make a donation. We are a self-sufficient, self-supporting spiritual center. And if you can make a donation, that'd be great. Like, subscribe, and follow all of our social media channels or the ones that you like the best. And we're just so glad that you're here with us today. Now, today we have a very special guest. Paul Hasselbeck will be our guest speaker today. Margo LeDuc is our soloist, and of course, Russell Norman is on piano. So we'll start with, like we usually do, with our opening song. And with that, I'll ask Margo to take it away.
Holy, 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 holy is the I am. Holy, yes, I am. Precious, 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 precious is the I am. Precious, yes, I am. Holy, 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 holy is the I am. Holy, yes, I am. Holy, yes, I am. Holy, yes, I am.
Well, thank you, Margo. I am your platform assistant today. If you live in the Bay Area, you know that we've had some crazy weather over the night, and Rusty Gaillard, our platform leader, is without power. So today it's going to be me, your minister. Hopefully, I can remember how to do announcements. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Unity is a worldwide movement of prayer, publishing, and education that helps people of all faiths apply positive, practical, spiritual principles in our lives every day. We are a welcoming and inclusive spiritual center, spiritual community, and know that wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. Unity is based on 5 core principles, and the first principle, God is. There's only one presence and one power active in our life and in all the universe, God, the good omnipotence. And whether you call it God or isness or divine mind or simply the universe, that presence and power is the substance and intelligence in every person and in all creation. And that's our second principle, the I am, that each of us has that spiritual intelligence innate within us, that we have that spark of divinity that is our entire being. And so that is our second principle. And the third principle is the law of mind action. For we know that the things that we think about and give great attention to are how we see the world. That's the filter through which we see the world. That's how we show up in the world. And so when we align our thoughts, our words, and our actions with that one presence and one power, we have the ability to transform our life and to transform our world. And the most effective way to transform our life and to transform our world is through the practice of meditation and prayer. Meditation and prayer allows that creative, constructive power of God to work in, through, and as us. And as we live these truths, as we make them a part of our life, they become truths for ourselves, and we become who we were created to be, living expressions of the image of God, which Unity calls the Christ. And as we live from that state of being, as we live from that perspective, we begin to live into our vision statement here at Unity Palo Alto. We begin to live it and to express it. Our vision statement, I'll read it once, I'll say it once, and then invite you to affirm it with me, is centered in God, we co-create a world that works for all. Together, centered in God, we co-create a world that works for all. And so it is. There's several opportunities for us to share and experience and express our innate ability into practice. And the first thing that I'd like to share with you is not only is Paul our guest speaker today, but he is also teaching a class called a workshop called Metaphysical Romp. And a Metaphysical Romp is a wonderful journey through Unity's teachings. It's a great opportunity after the talk today. If you hear something that really inspires you, this is a great opportunity to dive deep. If you have questions or you're questioning what he's saying, this is a great opportunity to question your beliefs or question his. It's a great opportunity to jump in and really connect and communicate and discuss these rich principles. So I invite you to attend that after the service. You can find links for that in the on the live section and on our website. Just scroll on down and you'll see it there, and you can register for that. We are also coming up. We have next week, Rusty Gaillard is going to be our guest speaker. He will be here at 10 o'clock, and so you won't want to miss that. His talk title is "I Am Who I Am," and we love it when our platform leaders step up and give a talk. So be sure to be here next week for that. It's going to be a wonderful opportunity. Also coming up is our Fall Enrichment program. Now the Fall Enrichment program is a wonderful opportunity for us to connect as well as to dive deep into our spiritual practices. We usually center the Fall Enrichment program around a book, and this week it's a 6-week small group study around the book, The 5 Intentions. And each week I'll give a talk about the 5 intentions, kind of an overview, and then you get together with your spiritual community in a small group in a Zoom setting and really dive deep. Now, we provide everything. We provide a study guide, we provide resources, and what we're looking for today is for people who would like to host, if you have Zoom capabilities or Google Meet or some other a way that we can meet virtually during shelter in place, then we'd love for you to be a host. We'd love for people to be a facilitator as well. And we give you a facilitation guide where you can just simply follow the steps, and the whole goal is to make sure everyone in the small group is heard and feels part of the group. So we do have a host and facilitator orientation coming up. That's on Sunday, from 11 Sunday, the August 30th, so in a couple weeks from now, from 11 to 12:30. And what we'd like you to do is register on our website. So you can go to unitypaloalto.org and select the fall program menu item, and you'll see the registration for that event. And we're excited. And if you'd like to be both a host and a facilitator, that's okay too. So sign up for that, and that's going to be a wonderful, enriching experience for our whole community. Now, we have a special pick-a party coming up on August 28th. That's a Saturday, and it's dance party number 2. And to tell us a little more about that is Karen Freeman. Karen, take it away.
Good morning, Unity Palo Alto. It's Karen here again to tell you that the dance party is back by popular demand. Here's what Joy Carden said. I'm not a dancer, but I registered for the dance party because I love music, fully expecting to simply sit and enjoy Karen's playlist. Was I ever hugely, delightfully surprised? The music started, I stood up, and I did not return to my chair until the party ended. I cannot even describe how much fun it was to be part of Karen's party. I already have dance party number 2 on my calendar. Thank you, Joy. I had a great time too, and I look forward to doing it again. So mark your calendars for Friday, August 28th at 7 p.m. We will each be Zooming from our own homes. You can dance from your chair if you like, with your camera on or off. It's up to you. It's just going to be a fun hour to enjoy the music and each other. Be sure to sign up on the website and invite your friends. Everyone is welcome. Your $20 admission will go toward our center. I'm so looking forward to another fun hour with you on August 28th.
Here we go. And we invite you to check out our website. It has everything you need to know to like and subscribe and follow all of our social media channels or the social media channel of your preference. And it's a wonderful way to connect and be a part of our spiritual community. And now I'd like to take a moment to invite everybody, if you're new here, if this is your first or second time and you'd like to connect with us, if you go to our live page, unitypaloalto.org/live, and scroll down, you will see a connection card. And it's an opportunity for you to connect with us so that we can connect with you and get to know you a little bit better. And as we do this, I'd like to invite everybody, if you're on our Facebook or our YouTube streaming channels, I'd like to invite you to greet each other in the chat. Just take a moment to share your love and to share your love with our spiritual community. And now our daily word. Today's daily word is free. And our affirmation, the freedom I seek is already mine. Looking back at my life, I may remember times of sickness and health, conflict and joy, need and abundance. During challenging periods, I may felt my freedom was constricted. The key to my freedom lies in the lens through which I view my life. I can shift my thoughts away from life's transient rhythms and align with the divine light I carry within, seeing the world through the eyes of unlimited potential. I find opportunities for gratitude in every situation. I count my blessings and celebrate my accomplishments. I see the potential for growth in every challenge, and I take time to connect every day with my own unlimited nature. The light of God within me reminds me every day that I am free. And from John chapter 8, verse 36. So if the Son makes you free, you will be free indeed. And so it is.
Thank you, John. Hugs to you and hugs to everybody. I'm grateful to be here. And as always, thank you for inviting me. Even though I can't be with you in person, which I always love, here we are in the Zoomiverse. So I thought I'd give you a little insight into my home. I had a teacher once who said, Paul, if a person isn't welcome in your home, how would they know they're welcome in your heart? So as I do this today, I am behind that center light speaking to you live. And so we're going to be looking at metaphysics for abnormal times. And this has actually become a popular talk. And so what I want you to do is sit back, relax, enjoy your coffee or your breakfast. My slides are available at alberthasselbeck@gmail.com. I'll also send them along with a PDF of the slides to John. And I don't know if he has a place to post them, but they'll be there for you to get a hold of. And so this is what I want you to know. You are powerful, and powerful in a way that's larger than you can even dream. And in the midst of that, I want you to know how to handle fear, because in these times, people are fearful. And let's talk about how we can handle this long pause and associate it with the central unity teaching, our threefold nature. As I was waiting, I just figured out I've been in this pause mode for 5 months. Who ever imagined it would be this long? And at this point, I don't know when it's going to end, and I'm settled in for the long haul. And so we got to start with this idea. There's an error. Most of us are trained in some way that we live from the outside in, that we're constantly in a state of victim consciousness, that we have no control, we have no power, not only about what's happening to us, but how we are responding to it. And this is a total error, because in truth, we live from the inside out. And when we live from the inside out, we are the masters of our lives. Well, the truth is, when we're victims, we're a master, but we give it over to other people. And so living from the inside out means, yes, the information's coming in through our senses, but you and I have the power to control our responses and our reactions and handle it all at the highest level of consciousness. And so you are powerful. And this is why I want to share this wonderful quote with you from the revealing word. The ego is man, and by reason of his divinity, he makes and remakes as he will. Did you hear that? The ego, our ego is ourself. We could call it our personality. And by reason of my divinity and by reason of your divinity, we can make and remake as we will. And in fact, we do. I would suspect you've been making and remaking your life your whole life. And then he goes on to say, through the door of its consciousness must pass all the treasures of God. Through the door of your personality, through the door of your humanity, past all the treasures of God. In fact, all the treasures of God, all the principles, all the laws are right there at the point of view. And this is what we mean by God being omnipresence. The totality of what God is the very core of your being. And because of this, you are powerful. And then there's others quotes I'm sure you heard. The kingdom of God is within you. And it's not within you like a raisin in a bun. It is the core of your beingness. And then there's this fabulous quote from Jesus. All authority hath been given unto me in heaven and earth. And you might be thinking, sure, that was about Jesus, but what about me? Well, Charles Fillmore believed, and I believe right along with him, that we are to claim the very same affirmations that Jesus used, and that Jesus was really no different from us other than he awakened more fully to what we call the Christ within, which is really your divinity. And so we're going to do a little metaphysics on this, the metaphysical Bible interpretation. Also in the revealing word, we have the definition of heaven and earth. Heaven and earth are two states of mind, the ideal and the manifestation. One, heaven, is the realm of pure ideas or divine ideas, and the other, earth, is the realm of thought forms. When we hear that quote, having authority over heaven and earth, most of the time we go back to our theology of our childhood and we think of heaven somewhere out there, and how do we have authority there? And heaven over this physical planet, how do we have authority over that? But really, we're talking about the realm of ideas and the realm of thought forms. So this becomes, all authority hath been given unto me in the realm of ideas and the realm of thought forms. You and I have dominion, personal authority over every divine idea and every thought and feeling you hold. So you're powerful. Since you're powerful, how do we handle fear? Well, we want to use fear to remind ourselves of love. And you're probably scratching your head, Paul, what in the world are you thinking here? Well, I first learned this in the context of A Course in Miracles. So I'm going to use that quote. And while I explain this, I'm going to be sharing the quote as it appeared in A Course in Miracles. And then I'm going to be tweaking it so you can really understand it. So the original quote, fear and love are the only emotions of which you are capable. Read along with me. One is false, for it was made out of denial. And denial depends on the belief in what is denied for its own existence. And this is something I discovered very early in studying the Course in Miracles. I could get lost in the pronouns. And so what I've done is I've adapted it by putting the proper names to replace the pronouns. So fear and love are the only emotions of which you are capable. Fear is false, for fear was made out of the denial of love. Therefore, fear depends on the belief in love for its own existence. We could say you couldn't be in a state of fear unless you were loving. Think about it. When you're fearful of something happening to you, it's because you love yourself. When you're fearful of something happening to a family member or dear friend, you're fearful because you love them and you don't want anything to happen to them. When you're fearful, that is an indication that love is present. We even love things, and when we're afraid something's going to happen to them, it's because they're precious to us and we love them. The quote goes on, by interpreting fear correctly as a positive affirmation of the underlying belief it masks, you are undermining fear's perceived usefulness. Again, putting in the words, the pronoun it. By interpreting fear correctly as a positive affirmation of the underlying love it masks, you are undermining fear's perceived usefulness. Now, the Course in Miracles says fear was made to hide love's presence. I don't believe that anymore. I think fear is a direct response to our perception that myself or someone or something I love might get damaged or hurt or destroyed in some way. So fear is really a positive indicator that love is present. So anytime you're fearful, pause and think about what you're loving at the same time and shift that awareness. You are powerful. You can do that. And so moving on to something equally powerful in my mind is I want to talk about the autonomic nervous system and fear. And I hope I don't get too much in the weeds here. But the autonomic nervous system has two parts. One part controls the fight, flight, or freeze response. And today they're adding a fourth word, please or fawn. And another part controls the calm and connect response. In fact, it is the calm and connect side of the autonomic nervous system that comes online to cool down the fear. But you don't have to wait for it to come online, because science has shown us that we can, by means of simply breathing, by our breath, we can shift that focus from fear to calm and connect. It's called 4-7-8 breathing. You breathe in deeply to a count of 4, you hold it for a count of 7, and you breathe out through a count for a count of 8. Now look, if holding at 7 is too long, hold it and then go to the 8 count. And what we're going to do is practice this. So just do it once. So breathe in to a count of 4, 2, 3, 4, hold it, count of 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, breathe out to a count of 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, you really need to do this at least 3 times. Sometimes it takes more. I find that the moment in which my fear response is going through the ceiling, or even if I'm mildly irritated in traffic, I remember my 4-7-8 breathing, and that just brings me back to center. Because when I breathe that way, when you breathe that way, we cannot keep the biochemistry doing what it does. And when we breathe that way, we stimulate that part of the autonomic nervous system. And those calm and connect chemicals start bathing our whole body system, counteracting the ones that were being manifested during fight, flight, freeze, and please. Finally, I want to share with you one more thing, the long haul and our threefold nature. Charles Fillmore said we were spirit, soul, body. In today's language, it's probably clearer to say divinity, mind, and body, or divinity, consciousness, and body. We each are divine, we each have consciousness, and we each have a body. In fact, our mind and body makes up our humanity. And so this is a metaphysical practice I was using before the so-called lockdown. So I asked myself 3 questions in the morning. What am I going to do today to take care of my body? Now, this is not in the context of judging my body as fat or thin or whatever. It's just about what can I do today? What one thing I can do today to take care of my body? And it might be exercise. It might be eating well. It might be even meditating, though that actually covers number 2 and 3. So number 2 is, what am I going to do today to take care of my mind? So in addition to prayer, meditation, this could also be inspirational reading, like the Daily Word, like Charles Fillmore, like any contemporary writer, even my books. And then the third question is, what am I going to do today to take care to remember my divinity? You see, your divinity and my divinity do not need to be taken care of. They are timelessly perfect just the way they are. And so I do want to remember my divinity. And I can do that too by reading about it, knowing about it, but also by investing time in meditation. In fact, I say, if you're not meditating, you're probably not too serious about being on this spiritual journey. And even if you're not serious about your spiritual journey, like I said just a minute ago, meditation, in a way, takes care of our minds and takes care of our bodies. It has benefit in all 3 areas. And so I hope you have a glimmer now of just how powerful you are. And I hope you remember next time you're in a fear response that you couldn't be in that response unless you loved what you think is threatened. And when that fear comes up, use the connect and calm response, 4, 7, 8 breathing. And for sure, remember, as part of your daily routine, remember to take care of your body. Remember to take care of your mind. And remember to take care to remember. Yeah, remember to remember your divinity. Because the truth is, we're using our divinity 24/7 to manifest our humanity. In fact, we are wondrously infinite in finite ways. And so it is. And thank you for having me today.
Unity Palo Alto is committed to helping you live life better through personal growth and spiritual practices. And we're going to take this opportunity right now to hear Margo sing her solo song. And so with that, Margo, I invite you to take it away.
My God is awesome. He can move mountains, keep me in the valley, hide me from the rain. My God is awesome. Heals me when I'm broken, strength where I've been weakened. Forever He will reign. My God is awesome. 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 My God is awesome. 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 My God is awesome. He can move mountains, keep me in the valley, hide me from the rain. My God is awesome. Heals me when I'm broken, strength where I've been weakened. Forever He will reign. My God is awesome. 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 My God is awesome. Yes, He is. Awesome. 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 My God is awesome. 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 My God is awesome. Oh yeah, awesome. 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 My God is awesome.
And now I invite you to move into a time of affirmative prayer as we hold in our hearts and prayers all of the prayer requests that have been sent to us and that are in our prayer chest, being surrounded with our love. We hold all the people who've been affected by COVID-19 and all of the caregivers that support them with our love. And we hold this idea of peace and knowing that divine love is doing its perfect work in each situation, revealing the spiritual magnificence in each person and establishing spiritual wholeness now. We hold our world, national, state, and local leaders in this same prayer, seeing them making wise and loving decisions for peace on earth, goodwill, equality, and justice for all people. And we affirm that we are one with this infinite flow of divine life, love, and wisdom. And so it is. Amen.
Come on now. I release and I let go. I let the spirit from my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I'm released. I let the spirit from my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
And now for our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Love and blessings. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week.